James Charles has shown off his new multi-million-pound house. Addison Rae has made a wild amount of money from the WAP challenge. Tony Lopez has been accused of grooming and solicitation of underage fans. And of course, it's the return of YouTuber Watch. Isn't that nice? All this, plus you get the best of both worlds. Chill out, take it slow, then you rock out the show. On this week's edition of YouTuber News, hosted by me, Benedict Townsend, at Benedict Town, and brought to you by PopBuzz, the official website of PopBuzz.com. Yes, welcome back to the show, everybody. My name is Benedict Townsend, filling in for our usual host, Rex Tibbins, who is out investigating the many crimes of Grindelwald. I'm afraid you're stuck with me instead. Why don't we crack on with our first story? James Charles, not heard of him, apparently a famous YouTuber, has recently bought an LA mansion for a mere $7 million. And we're gonna run you through all the pictures and all the details, have a little poke around his brand new crib. That means house. So James bought this wildly expensive place and did massive renovations. So we're talking multiple bedrooms, multiple bathrooms, and just TVs everywhere. So why don't we start in the piano room? We've got a massive fireplace. We've got a large Yamaha grand piano. You can also see a dog. It's a wonderful room, and there's a piano in it. My interior design expertise is really gonna shine throughout this. We've got the kitchen here with some large islands. We've got some chairs. James in the video says that he never cooks himself, so this will just be a place where he eats his delivered food, but hey, could eat it in worse places, like an old haunted quarry. Don't knock it till you've tried it. We've got a grand dining room. We have a lounge. I don't know what to say about this, it's a lounge.
What is this story?
I don't know. Now James actually hired someone called Leclerc Decor, which is either a company or someone whose surname is Decor, in which case they were made for this job, and they redesigned this house from the ground up. You got some TVs, you got an office where he keeps his YouTube set up. There were going to be news stories in this episode as well if you keep watching. You got this bedroom, as you can see, very expensive. You got another TV in case he wants to watch television. You got an ensuite with a room for 2 different people. Now James of course lives alone, but who amongst us doesn't want 2 toilets? It's fun to have choice. And he's also got a heated towel rack because over 10 people a year are killed by cold towel. He's also got a swimming pool, he's got a hot tub, plenty of space to entertain, got a trampoline, a basketball hoop. As you know, of course, James loves to hoop. And overall, you gotta say, probably an even better way to see this house would be to just watch his video. But you can't deny that I've summarized it now. Our second story. Now it seems that everyone these days is talking about wet A-word, P-word. And one of those people is TikTok star Addison Rae, who took on the brand new WAP challenge. WAP challenge? It's one of those things that doesn't work in an English accent. I see you're doing the WAP challenge. And her WAP challenge video was so popular that she's actually made a significant amount of money off it. So much so that I've done a news story about it. So as you know, Addison Rae has over 56 million followers on TikTok. And the video of her doing the WAP challenge, which is a rather risque dance, involves lots of flipping and jumping around. Let me recreate it right now. Oh, sorry, for me to do that would be a crime, a literal crime. Fair enough. Keeping the lawyers in the studio was a wise move. They pulled a gun on me when I stood up to do that. Her recreating the dance has led to over 100 million views on TikTok, which is unprecedented. Has anyone done that on TikTok before? And that has meant, naturally, some cashola in the old bankaroonie. Now, according to TikToker Dlitz TV, and hey, lick my glitz. And one of them is called Lick My Glit. So, must be a glitter reference there. So. The social media platform now apparently pays creators about 0.02 to 0.03 cents per 1,000 views, which is about 100 times the pay rate of Spotify. But bad joke. Now this is a relatively new thing. For a long time, you know, the biggest creators on TikTok didn't make any money from TikTok itself. They made money from brand deals. The D'Amelios have got deals with Morphe and all kinds of people like that. But now it seems that creators can actually make money off the videos themselves, albeit not tons of money. Now, case in point, Addison's WAP dance, which has got, as I said, over 100 million views. According to Litz TV, she's made about $3,210 just off those views. Now, that seems quite small compared to the number of views, but being paid $3,000 to do a dance for 30 seconds, it's
pretty good. I would take it. I would take it. And of course, that's on top of all the money Addison is making, you know, as I said, with brand deals and stuff like that. So I think she's doing fine. In fact, at the beginning of this month, August, Forbes reckoned that Addison made about $5 million in 2019 pre-tax. And that's in 2019. God knows how much money she's made in 2020 when everyone's just been sat at home in quarantine going, I want to watch people dance with their upper bodies only. Our third story, 20-year-old Hype House member Tony Lopez has been accused of grooming and solicitation of inappropriate photos from minors. A series of photos were posted online by one of the alleged victims reportedly sent to her from Tony's private Snapchat account. The photos included captions requesting explicit photos from the recipient and sexually suggestive comments. Now, at the time, Tony did not directly respond to the allegations. Instead, he posted some cryptic tweets that said, quote, "Join the Tony Lopez clout chasing train," which could be interpreted by fans as a dismissal of the claims and of the alleged victim. Now, since the first claim, 3 more alleged victims have come forward with accusations of grooming while they were minors and he was an adult. These accusations include soliciting nude or sexually suggestive photos from girls as young as 14, sending nudes and sexually suggestive photos to minors, and attempting to persuade young girls to meet with him. Tony has now released a statement on Twitter saying he's not proud of his past choices and actions and that he's disappointed in himself, but he does not deny that these allegations are true. However, he does go on to say, quote, "I am still new to the entertainment LA scene, and I am quickly learning that you can't believe everything you are told. Once I found out the truth, I immediately stopped." A statement that contradicts claims by some of the alleged victims. At least 2 of them claim that Tony knew they were underage at the time of all this. Now, it seems that this might not be the end of this because he has not in any way denied potentially soliciting nudes or sexting minors, which is a crime, which is against the law. And he's got some stuff on the horizon. There's the Hype House reality show that's coming up. Will he be included in that after this? I think he maybe thinks that this will just go away in the way that a lot of YouTube drama and stuff goes away. Quite hard to make a full-on crime go away if he has done this, allegedly, so we'll keep an eye on it. But either way, disgusting behavior. I'd like to applaud the people for coming forward and having the guts to do that, allegedly. Now it's time for YouTuber Watch, a popular segment where I zero in on one YouTuber and tell you what they got up to this week. And this week, it's time for Dan Howell. It's time for Dan Howell Watch. Yes, welcome back to Dan Howell Watch, everybody, and this week I'm trying something a little bit different. I'm going to ask the laughing lady to time me to see if I can get Dan Howell Watch done in under 25 minutes. Is that? Okay, sorry, 3 minutes. I'm going to try and do it in 3 minutes because, not that anyone said anything, but I personally, and I had this idea on my own, I think it's getting a bit long-winded and a bit rambling. As you know, every week I ask you guys to go out into the world and to investigate what Dan Howell has been up to and report back to me. And one person by the name of Amber, well, that's what their YouTube name is, AMBA. Amber has done some really good reporting and has found out what happened with the Rat and Dan and Tim Factory. And I will remind you that the Dan and the Rat have switched bodies and that they are looking to swap bodies back. Aren't we all? We're all looking for them to swap bodies back. And they've gone to Tim Factory, the inventor of the factory, who's also a wizard. And he said he will swap them back, but they have to do a series of tasks. And last week they did some kind of task that I can't remember. And this week it turns out they've done another task. And Amber was on the scene. She was hiding inside an air vent, peeking, and she saw what happened. So they came to Tim and Dan in the Rat's body. When I say Dan, I mean the spirit of Dan, whatever body it may in. All right, Tim, we did your first task. Now can we swap bodies? No, we have so many more tasks to go. How much time have I got left?
2.5 minutes.
I thought I was done. I've got a crazy thing for you to do next. The next task is, wait for it. And they both held their breath. And their breath was bated. You need to reorganize my filing system so that I can more efficiently process the factories that this factory is making. Gasp, said Dan. Gasp, said the Rat. Woo, baby, this is gonna be wild. And they both ran into the filing cabinet room and went to F for factories, and then realized that that was the only thing. because what else are they going to be doing? They started going through, and they had all papers everywhere, and they were working day and night, and they had those boxes of like Chinese food noodles that they always have on TV shows to show they've been working really hard, and they'd both loosened their ties, and they were like, whew, we need to reorganize these factories. And then Dan, or one of them, said, Eureka! I've realized something. Every factory is made of metal, and also 16 pounds of diamonds. But in the process, the diamonds aren't actually used, and they just chuck them in the bin. If we remove the diamonds from this process, we can take the cost of these factories down from $100 million per factory to $8 per factory. My God, said the rat, you have done it. And they ran back to Tim and they said, Tim, we've done it. We've reorganized your factory. That's amazing, said Tim. And he entirely exploded, covering the walls in his blood. All that was left was his robes on the floor. Oh my God, said Dan and the rat, just covered in Tim Factory's viscera. What has happened? Why is he exploded? What is happening? And at that moment, a portal opened on the wall. Future versions of the rat and Dan were there, and they were reaching through, and they said, come with us. We have to save Tim and therefore ourselves by traveling forward to the future. And they did that. It's been Dan Howatch. Wow, boys and girls, what will happen now? Why did Tim explode? What are they going to do in the future to stop that happening? Why would they go to the future? Why not the past? Well, we've got a body swap. There's also doubles of each of them. So who knows who's talking? I'm Benedict Townsend. This is YouTuber News, which airs every week on the YouTuber News YouTube channel and also on Snapchat Discover. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe by hitting subscribe on YouTube or by swiping up on the last snap of this story. I'll be back next week with a brand new episode of YouTuber News and, of course, a brand new episode of the YouTuber News podcast. This week on the podcast, we covered Jake Paul doing a music video recreation of his FBI raid, and also a YouTuber who got 3 million views for staring into space. And also, if you want some more rat-based nonsense, there is a lot of rat-based nonsense on the podcast. Check it out wherever you get your podcast. Either way, have a good week, look after yourselves, and remember to always follow the advice of WAP. Writing, arithmetic, reading. The 3 R's. Subscribe!